This is an amazing woman. Of course, she was naturalized into the United States. She's from Congo. So this Congo-born, naturalized U.S. citizen named Okumu. So Okumu, Miss Okumu, she just could not stand that on the border there are children who are being put into cages. And so on July 4th, 2018, 6 months ago, she started climbing the Statue of Liberty. It just kept climbing and climbing. Magistrate Judge Gabriel Gorenstein. Oh, Gabriel Gorenstein, that fucking Borenstein piece of shit. He's sitting there saying, well, her political moral motivation doesn't trump the law. The law is the law, right? So Gabriel Gorenstein, he doesn't know what it means to be moral or just or fair. An activist was found guilty maybe like a couple weeks ago of a series of federal crimes after she climbed on the base of the Statue of Liberty this summer to protest against the U.S. policy of separating migrant families and holding children in detention. Magistrate Judge Gabriel Gorenstein convicted Patricia Okumu. So Miss Okumu, who goes by Patricia, so Miss Patricia, on Monday afternoon after a one-day bench trial in New York, asserting that the protesters' political and moral motivation did not trump the law. I don't know who advised her to do the bench trial. She should have gone straight for a jury trial. She had grown teary on Monday. She told a judge, I mean, they're going to sit there and hit her with a series of federal charges. She just climbed up the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol for freedom, right? America is all about freedom and democracy. Unless you actually exercise that freedom, then they're like, hey, what the hell is going on? I don't know if they were worried that maybe she was like a suicide bomber or some shit. I think it's badass as fuck. And she said she wanted to send a strong statement that children do not belong in cages, and she is absolutely right. So she went as high as she could, and she started to get scared for her life. Gorenstein said something about that it was a petty offense, right? So a string of petty offenses, found guilty of a series of federal crimes. So I'm not for sure exactly what her punishment is going to be. 18 months behind bars, up to 18 months behind bars. So that's actually bullshit. I thought that it was just going to be a slap on the wrist. So she didn't get a jury trial for 18 months behind bars. That's not fucking petty. That's they're going to sit there and say, oh, she broke 12 different laws, but we're allowed to go ahead and convict her on a bench trial. So that's appealable. And Michael Avenatti was there. He was on Okumu's legal team. He was in the front row of the gallery. So I think they got a great appeal case. They got a great case for an appeal, because what the fuck? Sit there, dude's going to go ahead and do a bench trial, not a jury trial. So he's, read the 7th Amendment. Anything that's over $20 for civil cases, and you get a fucking jury trial. Give me a fucking break, for climbing the goddamn Statue of Liberty. Nah, I don't want no just judge by his own self judging that. No, we need get six people of our peers. Of course, our judicial system works. I mean, why would we not get 6 of our peers in there if we have a functioning judicial system that actually looks and finds justice? So an executive order last summer reversed the policy. So they actually did. They said they changed, or they were going to change, or I don't know. So a bunch of children are also on the Mexican side of the border who are languishing in deteriorating conditions. So Okumu, Miss Patricia, she was crying. She says that she just couldn't live with, being in a nation that allowed that to happen. So she says that as long as children are placed in cages, that her moral values causes her to do something. So some guy named Kubi, old Kubi, K-U-B-Y, he says, Kubi, so you're saying you'd do it again? And she says, yes. So Calico did not ask Okumu, who wore a cobalt dress with the words seeking asylum is not a crime, for her court appearance. Any question? Opening family policy created an imperative to act. She did so on America's most important day, on America's most important symbol. So this is amazing. I love Okumu. I hope that her 18 months aren't bad. I hope she's not getting abused, but she probably is. It's not good conditions in jail, so if she's in there for 18 fucking months, for standing up for this bullshit. She's the only one that's actually moral. She's the only one that's actually saying something, doing something about this, right? You could, I guess, literally go down there and just, enforce a border policy yourself, but I think that'll get you in some quick trouble there. So I guess if you don't have the enforcement capacity to enforce your own sovereignty, then you're going to just have to be able to speak up and then, find other people who find that it's outrageous too. Because outrageous bullshit is outrageous. You know how easy it is to give a shit about other people? It's like this. You know what? I give a shit about those people. It's that easy. So, in hopes of claiming asylum, adjourning relatives already in the U.S., so yeah, this whole thing was about and then you got Jacqueline who's dead, right? Jacqueline, the Border Patrol clearly finished Jacqueline off, whether it was started by the father or not. They definitely finished him off, or her off, and they may have actually been the one who dehydrated and killed her, straight up killed her. So 7-year-old Jacqueline did not have to die. Say her name over and over again to the world. She's still alive. That's a Native American proverb, and she's Mayan. You know how long the Mayans have been on this continent? The Mayans have been here forever. The Incas and the Aztecs and the Mayans. That's who Jacqueline is. Jacqueline is one of the Mayans. So, let's all be more like Miss Patricia. Let's be more like Miss Patricia, Therese Patricia Okumu, and do something about our morality. If we're going to be good people, you have to act upon goodness. And speaking out about it, telling truth to power is the first step. And then power gets all pissy, and then, gets mad at you and says, well, what are you going to do next? And then you'll have to either think about how can you, progress this conversation or give up. So, I think you got to weigh all those options out for yourself. And yeah, go out there and be like Patricia Okumu. Peace. High Valley Antonito Retail Cannabis. It's a marijuana store in Antonito. Let's see how their prices are. Yeah, hey Derek, do you all have $100 ounces?
You're over 21?
Yeah.
I don't have any of the 100 right now. I have the $130.
What's a half? 65?
350, I think.
Is that nugs or is it just shakes?
Nugs.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Bye-bye.
The nugs or just shake? High Valley Antonito Retail Cannabis, not $100, but $130. And he said 70 or 75 for a half ounce. So they got $100 in 719 Pueblo City. So there's 3 stores in Antonito, 420 Green Genie, Green World Express. So that was High Valley. High Valley is $130 an ounce. This one is Green Valley Express. I've gone to that for 20. Yeah, hey Donna, my name's Jonathan, and you all got any $100 ounces? That's fine. Take stretch.
I don't see any sugar, not yet. I haven't. We're just now filling jars, so I don't know whether or not we're going to have any today or not. We do have 120 ounces. So, and they're not shakes.
Okay, that's pretty good. It's I'm used to Pueblo City, so it's $100 ounces up there. So I think you guys are the cheapest so far.
Yeah, we've got some super lemon haze, Cushberry, let's see, Gills Mills, double purple Doja, AK-47, and purple Cam, all for $120 an ounce.
That's nice. Do you know the THC? Is there a percentage on those, or?
Yeah, sugar, I don't know those right offhand.
Nah,
this for a higher percentage. we've got them up to 43 plus.
Is this a yes or no question, I guess? Do you label them, so if I was to go in there and be like, I want...
Yeah, pretty much. Our 150, 120, and 180s are not labeled.
I got you.
So, but they, they usually run. I mean, what I'm seeing when the bags come in are around 20.
I hope you have a very excellent morning. Thank you very much.
You too. Bye.
Bye. In my mind, in my head, this is where in my mind, in my head. So 420 Green Genie. I think Green World Express wins with the $120 ounce. They got 5 different kinds. So I'm gonna go there and pick me a decent kind. $20 saves me a trip from Pueblo. Pueblo's fucking hour and a half, 3-hour round trip, which is some bullshit. Just after midnight on December 8th, 2018, before 1 a.m., just after midnight, December 8th, so 10 days ago, Jacqueline died of a heart attack, probable sepsis shock. So she had 2 heart attacks, Jacqueline did. Baby Jacqueline, she's a 7-year-old girl. So remember her name, Jacqueline, with a K. Jacqueline Amita Rosemary Cal McQueen. Jacqueline Amita Rosemary Cal McQueen. Jacqueline, women, they take their father's name and then